the mental impact on women who are not married. The beat. All right? That's what we're going to be talking about today. The mental impact on a woman who is not married. And when it comes to Tomi Lahren, that's what you're seeing right now. You're seeing exactly the impact of a woman who doesn't have a man. But keep in mind, she just had a man months ago, but he ain't want it. He had to get on up out of there. All right, let's go to the next slide. All right, this is called Why. The effects is, the first thing that is going to be here is women hate being alone. All right, that's what you have to understand about a woman. She hates being alone. This is why she's always on her phone. Because she can't put it down. This is why she always has somewhere to go. You ever notice? Women never say, I'm just going to go home and hang out. I'm just going to go home and chill. They always have somewhere to go. All right? Next. They always want to be around their friends. Right? You ever notice, right? Every time a woman's with her friends, when men come around, they always pretend to be as happy as possible. They're always happy, good. Women are so great at getting around other women and pretending to be happy. But what they're doing is they're constantly smiling because they know other people are looking. It's called pose personalities. All right? Pose personalities is like when you have a group of girls, everybody's sitting around, you can tell they piled the makeup on their face. But when people walk past, they make sure they're smiling. They make sure they're looking like, oh my God, like they're having so much fun. All of their movements always look like they're posing to take a picture. All right? That's what women do when they get around their friends. It's a whole entire beret of acting until they get bored and start to fight each other. Right? That's called the girl power with her friends. When women are with their friends, it's girl power. But when they are home alone, it's misery. All right? Why is it misery? Let's go to the next one. Depression. All right. Women suffer from depression when they do not have a man. All right. Life becomes a lie. That's what you have to understand. You want to know why life becomes a lie? Because she's pretending to be the woman she thinks everybody wants her to be. Right? She's pretending to be happy. She's pretending to be independent. She's pretending to act like she can handle it all. That's what all the girls are doing now. I don't need a man. I don't want a man. And if a man wants me, he has to be 20 times better than me. That's what you're seeing happening with Tomi Lahren. She didn't need a man. She didn't want a man. But now you're complaining about man? What are you complaining about? Problem. So now the women, they're trying to transform of being the person that they wanted people to being the real them. But they not trying to humble themselves to actually get that guy. They're trying to force you to be the guy that they want. That's the sad part. That's what's going to hurt when it comes to women. That's what's going to hurt really bad is when they try to force you to be this alpha, this super duper guy that's just rich and does all this but want them. The game has changed. Women don't realize is that they have to do the pursuing. All right? Now, what's happening as all of this goes on? This is what's happening. She's lowering her status as a woman. Lowering her status as a woman. What does that mean? See, when women are younger, right? To prove to other women that you could do everything without a man is the main goal. That's the main goal. Between 18 and 30, we have to set out to show other females that we do not need a man. That's what every woman is out there to do, right? But then when they get lonely and tired, now they're like, I really want to be with somebody. Why? Because when they get older, stunting is having a relationship. Stunting is having somebody on your arm to show that you're not going to die alone. That's what's stunting at 40, 50, and 60 years old. Why you think so many people get married at 40, 50, and 60 years old and stay together forever? When you see couples get married at 45, they never split. You know why? Because that's where their happiness is at for a woman, is to have someone to die with, to have someone to go to church with, to have someone to keep you busy and not sitting around the house watching the same shows over again, snapping the same photos and watching all their other friends just give in. Women hate that. Women hate that. They hate that really bad. They sit back and hate watching their friends give in and go get married while they're the confident one at home by themselves. That's what Tomi Lahren's doing. See, she's only naming her fake friends that she done met in Hollywood. That's what she done make. So she said, my friends are having problems with men. My friends are doing this. My friends are doing that. Right. Because you got Hollywood friends. All your real friends you left behind to be independent. Next thing, when it comes to a woman, she starts to look crazy and controlling. Right? Let me explain to you. The longer a woman goes without having a man, the crazier she looks, the more of a sex addict she looks like. Because a man's going to look at it like, all right, she's beautiful. Most girls that get up in age that have been successful, they learn how to master their look. So you're going to see a lot of 35 through 45-year-old women that you can see aging, but they're aging with grace. All the single women that are like 35 to 45 that haven't had kids, they all look good because they've mastered their look. The only problem is when you get to that age, you look good and you don't have any kids, the first thing that a man is thinking is she a freak. Or she crazy. Remember in the movie A Thin Line Between Love and Hate, where Martin started messing with the real estate woman and then she turned out to be a psychopath? You feel what I'm saying? She turns out to be that. Why? Because they become crazy and controlling because they have to be crazy and controlling about themselves in order to be a businesswoman, in order to be successful. They have to become that. Big shout out to Terrell Torrance for the $20. Big shout outs, bro. Thank you. All right. Another thing. Men assume that she's a sex addict. That's what a lot of guys assume about older women who don't have kids, is that they're a sex addict. You know why? Because when they become desperate, they throw it at you fast. You'll always see a 37-year-old woman meet a guy 1 month, 3 months later, she pregnant. You see that a lot. She'll find her a beta male, and within 2 months, she done got pregnant. You know what I'm saying? She done dropped the kid, got him babysitting and stuff. You see that a lot. All right, let's go to the next one, which is going to be desperation. She's going to become desperate. What happens when these so-called independent women become desperate? I'm going to tell you what happened before they get a man. Big shout outs to Do Not Shout Out. Big shout outs, bro. When women that are successful or got a career is that age and ain't got no and don't have a man, she becomes a side chick to the guy that she thinks she deserves. She becomes a side chick to him. I've seen this in so many cases where that type of woman is a secretary banging the boss, or she a side dude to a guy who's very successful. You see these type of women becoming side chicks really easy, becoming sugar mamas, becoming that. That's what you see these women are, just side chicks. You know why? Because she needs someone to have sex with. So she's like, all right, if I'm at least mess with somebody, he has to be of value. What's a valuable man to a woman? A man with a lot of money and a man with a woman. That is very valuable to a woman. If you can have money as a man and you can have another girl as a man, it's valuable to a woman. So a lot of these successful women like Tomi Lahren, they become side chicks to successful dudes to hold them down until they find a beta male to manipulate. When they reach desperation, they're not going to mind being side chicks. Next, they're going to lower their standards. when they get desperate, women lower their standards fast. This is when the nice guy thinks that he's won. When the nice guy thinks that he's won is when she starts looking for him. She becomes so desperate, she starts looking for him. That's when the nice guy thinks he's won, but all she do is just get with this guy to kill time. That's all she doing. She just killing time until she gets the guy that she thinks that she deserves. Right? Let's go to the next one.